All right, so what's up, guys? So today I'm gonna be giving you 4 ways to be more emotionally mature, right? Because you want to be, wise when it comes to those situations when you encounter other people, because it could lead to a new job, a new raise, a new opportunity in your life, or simply meeting, that guy or girl that you've always dreamed of meeting. Your potential partner or lover, wife, husband, everything. And from that, what'll help you is becoming more emotionally mature, being more aware of the emotional space around you. For that reason, I'll give you 4 ways you can become more emotionally mature. And way number 1 is to people watch. To simply be aware of what's going on around you. Hey, what's going on? And when you're out in a club or a bar, right, you can do this exercise where you simply just, sit in the chair, stand around, and you observe and you investigate to what people are doing, how they're interacting with each other, how they're looking at each other, right? Are they laughing? Are they serious? Are they, having productive conversation? Are they not? All these different things that you can study from these people in these settings and learn from them and understand and see what makes them tick, right? Watch people get a drink shoved at their face or get into an argument, because those will happen when you're in a setting. And you watching those from previous experiences will make you understand how that happens, how those fights break out, how those people get together and become amazing friends or everything. How can you really understand it without watching people do it first and sitting there and getting that first-hand experience of observing that behavior and copying it? That's what you can do. Copy their exact moves, everything, and try it for yourself and see how it works. And you'll understand what works and what doesn't work emotionally with other people. And from that, you will become more emotionally mature. And that brings us to number 2. Read about it, right? Understand, what it takes to be emotionally mature. There's plenty of books, on different human relationships. And that's not only just on, the ones of the more intimate side, but of finding your spouse, your boyfriend or girlfriend, that partner, but to finding friends, right, and building relationships, right? One huge book is, by Dale Carnegie, and you can probably guess it by now, and it's called How to Win Friends and Influence People. Right, as cliche as a book title may be, that thing is really useful for you, but it shows you, what you're supposed to do when you come across these living beings, right, who come, from all different emotional backgrounds, who could be having a hard day or a good day, right? And you got to figure out how to vibe with them, how to mesh with them. And what that book can show you is exactly what it takes, from shaking their hand and looking at them in the eye and focusing on them, because you don't want to focus on yourself. And we're getting this itch on our leg. That's kind of good and annoying, but we'll be good. And from those tips, right, be able to go out into the world and understand what's going on, because you just don't want to read the book. You want to be able to practice this knowledge and test it out in the real world on other people. Test out being able to listen to what the other person says and not focus on yourself, right? Get out of your head, right? Think, how is this person feeling today, right? Are they down? Are they up? Are they excited to see me? Are they not? And you work from there. You figure it out. And from that, you'll get that wisdom, right? That emotional maturity that you need to prosper in this world, to build these great relationships and foundations of connection. that you would need to succeed in this world. And from that brings us to our third point, which is to simply risk rejection, risk failure, right? Don't be afraid to, fall down and get hurt in a sense, right? To go up to that girl or guy that you want and tell them how you feel, right? And communicate with them, right? And deal with the downsides that may come, right? Having a drink thrown at your face, or, whatever you constitute, a negative reaction or outcome, you gotta experience it, right? As much as that may sound like it sucks, right? Because I know rejection, it sucks, and it stings, it hurts, right? You don't want to go through it, but you have to, right? It makes you stronger, it makes you wiser, it makes you realize, how it feels to be on the other side, to be let down and misunderstood, right? Because that's, what happens ultimately is because you want to come off a certain way and the other person doesn't see you that way, right? You think you're the most attractive human being and you come from all this success and, why wouldn't this person want me? And what you might realize is that that person doesn't want you, simply either by chance or, you're not their cup of tea, and that's fine. There's plenty of other people out there for you. And what you got to realize is that simply by risking that rejection, you open the door to you, finding those relationships that you want, meeting those people that you want to meet. And from that, having, a good team of people around you and infrastructure, your social circle, to support you in your endeavors, whether it may be the gym, out. You like to go out to the bars a lot, and you have a lot of, friends that go with you. Your team, your army comes with you, and that's perfectly cool. And the way that those, armies or huge groups of people are formed is through simply risking rejection, risking having every single one of those people in that group say no to you and not want to hang out with you or spend time with you or take you in their life and spend time with you. That's perfectly fine, because you got to realize that you're asking for something huge. You're asking for their time, from that person. That's a big demand, because that time, is a finite resource that was gonna, and it's not like money or anything, which you can have, you can make more. Time, but if you give it to someone, you're giving them the greatest gift that you can give them, because it's a limited resource. It's not coming back. And if someone's not thankful of that and they reject you, or they simply don't want to give you some of their time, it's okay. So number 4 is to seek professional help from people. You can't be ashamed, when you have your down times or those times where you don't feel up to par, right? You want to seek help from others, and it doesn't have to be necessarily professional help from a psychologist or a psychiatrist, but someone like, your best friend, someone who you see, who you go to in times of need, right? Who you can vent all your issues and understands you, understands where you come from and what you can do, and will tell you simply either to calm down, not to lose focus, whatever pep talk you might need to hear, or simply just be there to listen to you vent, which is very helpful for you, right? And letting everything out, letting all your anxieties and fears out. And what you'll realize is that from that, having that support system, that person that supports you, will show you the way, will make you feel stronger and more comfortable, in what you're going through in life, because nobody's perfect in this world. Nobody has good going for them 24/7. We have our down times. We have, we can't go through this journey, fight, battle, whatever you call it, all alone. We need those human connections, those bonds with other people to make us feel more alive and more aware of what's going on, you know, emotionally. Because without them, you'll get lost in a sense, right? You won't really know where you're going. It'll be a lot tougher, you know, to direct yourself. That's not to say that you shouldn't try that. It's not a great skill to have. Of course it is. But why do that when you have people, you know, ready to help you at your disposal, right? To, you know, give you that help, and you can give them their help, which will make you more emotionally mature. Because I don't know about you, but giving others advice, you know, in their situation will help you understand what you're doing better. It makes you have to figure out how to communicate it to them, how to make it practical for them, and that'll give you more knowledge when you're doing these activities yourself and having to go through them. And from that, you know, working with other people, which is the fourth tip, will make you more emotionally mature. Because, you know, I don't know about you, but, you know, I want to improve my emotional maturity. Right? I want to be the 25-year-old that thinks like a 35-year-old, or 45, and so on. Right? I want to be years ahead of my time. Right? Not just because your body is a certain age doesn't mean you have to think that way too. And, you know, think under that, right? If I was 25 thinking like a 15-year-old, that would be pretty bad. Wouldn't be very good. For me at least. Could be a lot of fun, but you get me. Right? So you want to grow that emotional maturity. And with those 4 ways, I hope you got it.